Hello everybody, my name is Drake.
And I'm Grant.
And together we are JoJo Overdrive. Chapter 16, the JOJOLands, That Girls, Bags Groove, Part 1. It's here. It's happening.
I'll take chapters that are gonna change in the volume for 100, Alex. that name is just a mouthful.
It really scared me when the first thing you see on the chapter page is the unending pursuit begins, and I'm like,
I sent that to you this morning.
Yeah. I can't take this anymore, man. I'm really trying not to connect everything in this whole part to
not
Wonder
to
of
mention
You.
that part of this chapter takes place in a hospital.
Yes, like what? What are they doing to me, man? What are they doing? They're subliminally one guy subliminally telling me.
The November Rain abilities in that cover page make it look like when they're avoiding the rain and JOJOland.
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. The bullet rain of Wonder of You.
Rain.
Anyways, what do you guys think about this chapter? Leave it down in the comments below, and also don't forget, please remember, please definitely remember the Twitter. It's the Twitter that we have a Twitter that's in the description, and we post updates
we mentioned it at the beginning of the video.
We post updates about how we still aren't releasing the part one retrospective yet. That's gonna be a thing.
We
eventually.
have time now.
Be patient.
We're ready.
Be patient, people. JoJo Overdrive Patriots. That will happen eventually. I've learned not to give dates anymore. No more dates. No more things happening. It's happening. It's a thing that will occur.
I can confirm it will be before the heat death of the universe.
That is that's well, man. Okay, look.
Let's not maybe not. Okay, maybe ourselves that far.
All right. Anyways, the actual chapter itself. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good chapter.
It is a good chapter.
Shockingly, it's still good.
Araki blessing us with a lore chapter, like very dense.
Yes.
It was good. I liked it. New characters, new stand name.
Yes, let's start by discussing the new references we got. We have Bags Groove, which is the name of the stand name, which is some random 50s lyricless jazz song. So nobody in the world guessed that.
Yeah.
We all were like, oh, it's gonna have something to do with disease or whatever, but Araki did the classic. Yeah, it's just a song. There you go. Here we go. Here's my hit shuffle on the playlist. Oh, that one. There you go. Okay,
I like that song. He was probably listening to it literally while he was writing it, and
just wrote it in. Which, hey, I think there's a good balance in JoJo of songs that have a lot to do with what it is, and songs that are just whatever, man. Like Killer Queen's good, and it works.
And Awakening 3 Leaves are the best.
Awakening 3 Leaves. I don't even know. There's not even leaves, man. In that. What is he talking about? We got a lot of good stuff. This is like by far the most desperate chapter of the entire part so far. This is we've been at a good level of escalation so far, and this is like the worst condition the team has been in this whole part. And the dialogue is really good here, with everyone like panicking, trying to figure out what to do, and everyone's dying and everything.
Yeah,
it's great.
I like it. Oh, I also think there's, like, we'll go into it more later, but I think they get out of certain stuff, like, in a creative way, too.
Yes.
Like, I didn't think, like, it felt like Araki was super pulling out of his ass. Like, it was like, oh, that makes sense. Like, I like when the fights are, like, puzzles, and it actually, like, oh, he sets up that, and then it pays off.
Also, it's just a theory by the characters from last chapter, but this page appears to confirm that the stand was inside the Landite itself. Like, it shows a panel.
That's right.
Of the
that's what I think we all
of it.
figured.
Usually the characters, when they say like a theory, it's usually true. So I assumed, but
I'm
it's good
pretty
to know.
sure that the girl later on, laid the trap there.
Yeah. That makes sense. And we get a really cool section where Jodio snipes Bags Groove with a single droplet through Dragona's mouth. Just
so good.
That was might be my favorite visual of the entire chapter. Is all of the smooth operators
all of that I could imagine in the anime looking like amazing.
Oh my God,
when this gets adapted. That's gonna look
Bags
insane.
Groove gets freaking drawn and quartered and then sniped
literally
through the
ripped
chest.
apart.
Great, fantastic moment.
So cool. Like, I love all of the the smooth operators like grabbing him
It has a really good sense of timing here. You could feel the impact of it and everything.
Rocky's paneling is underrated.
Absolutely.
He's good.
I've been reading through Naruto recently, and I'm like, I only have like 200 chapters left or whatever, and there's a lot of good paneling in it. But sometimes, like later on, it really gets like it really gets messy and confusing. And it really makes me appreciate like people like Araki who and God rest his soul Toriyama who really put the effort into
reading Dragon Ball Z. You're
like,
holy shit, this is why those battles are so iconic. Yeah, totally.
Jodio then has an idea. He's gonna go to an MRI, and then he explains what an MRI is, as if I don't know what an MRI is. I guess there's someone out there who probably doesn't know what an MRI is.
Yeah, it is pretty funny. I mean, he's 15 too, so I would expect him to not know what an MRI is.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Why does Paco go like M like ... here? It's like, bro, you're like an adult, bro.
There's still moments where Rocky thinks he's writing for a Shonen Jump still.
Yeah.
Where like the 7-year-olds are reading, you know? He has to include the little educational bit.
Exactly. He has to include the little tidbit. Who knows? Maybe I hope MRIs are a thing in Japan. I would desperately hope so.
Why would they not be?
I know, that's what's confusing me. Either way. And apparently they say they're just gonna I guess they're just gonna hack it. Well, not hack into it, but they're like, we can figure it out. We can figure out how an MRI works. So we'll figure it out. And I think Paco brings up what about health insurance? Like, bro, who cares?
Gonna have a metal tooth or something, and he's gonna go on the MRI, and it's immediately gonna crush his skull.
Oh my god, that'd be a crazy twist. I really do like how the team was kind of earlier before they were kind of ragging on Usagi a lot for various reasons. One, they thought he was a traitor earlier, and more recently they thought he was just being a junkie or whatever. But I really like how this dialogue kind of insinuates that they really do kind of care about Usagi now, and they really don't want him to die. They don't find him to be just a liability or whatever. It's a cool development that we've seen over these past few chapters.
Yeah, totally. Okay, and then here we have the whole thing where Usagi's using the cameras, changing the cameras.
We get to see the fake footage that he puts.
He makes them look. He makes himself and Dragona look like Jotaro and Holly. I saw this mentioned on Twitter.
Oh, he kind of. I can see that. I can totally see that.
Clearly
the hair is very, very, very Holly-esque.
Well, because it's the half hat with the hair going.
Oh yeah, you're right. When I first looked at that, face-wise, I don't know why. Face-wise, it was Narancia-esque or whatever.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I totally.
It has that same. It has that golden wind style to it.
Yeah, but the hair is in the hat.
Yeah, I didn't even think about the hair coming out of the hat or whatever. That's very Jotaro-esque.
I think that's just an Easter egg.
I don't think it's. Hey, welcome back to JoJo Overdrive Theories. Are they alternate universe Jotaro again? The fifth one?
The 18th alternate. Is there any other alternate universe Jotaros you want to tell me about?
And then we get a look at the most dapper character of the part so far. Look at this guy's design. Bobby Jean.
Columbo.
It's Columbo. Yeah, he's got the sniper targets on his scopes, not targets. The sniper scopes on his hat and the flowers on the back of his coat. Oh my god, this guy is fresh. Bobby Jean I like the cut of his jib. Bobby Jean is a reference to a Bruce Springsteen album. Most people know it because it's Born in the USA.
Surprisingly, the first Bruce Springsteen reference in JoJo, I believe.
I can't consider any other one. Maybe there's a random I remember in JoJoLands they walk by a random album shop and it has a bunch of random album covers there. Maybe there's something there.
Just something like that, but in terms of a named character, a named stand, I think that's the first. So.
Mm-hmm. And this guy works for
love
Howler.
His design. He's got that old Joseph look going on.
Kind of does. He's got the old Solid Snake mustache with him.
He does. He has the what's it called? He has this like bullseye on his hat. Like
Yeah,
there's a
exactly.
bunch of papers with bullseyes on his hat.
It's on
and he has
all
roses
around it. It's
or some kind of flower on
it's
his
fun.
back
It's fun.
too.
I can't identify. I'm no florist.
I don't
have
even.
no
I don't.
idea.
It's not even detailed enough. I don't think to even tell.
And
what it
and
is.
at first when you see this guy, I was thinking, oh, this guy's obviously the stand user or whatever. But no, actually,
Yeah.
it's his kid. Well, it's not. He says it's not his kid. Who knows if that's true or not? Either way,
Freaky little girl.
the little girl under the protection of Bobby Jean, whose name I don't believe we get yet.
Yeah, we don't get it.
Okay. And Bobby Jean and the girl, actually I think it's just the girl figures it out, is able to deduce that there's no footage of the team entering, because of course they tampered with it, but there's footage of them leaving, so obviously something's wrong. So this
totally something we could have picked up on the chapter before. We didn't even mention.
Oh, absolutely.
That's like such a good seeding in. Oh, that's how they get.
I was about to say, it really kind of, I think it's a good way to show the intelligence of this character, because we kind of get, it does like a classic like whiplash, like oh it's not the movie, just like the concept of the little girls like messing with the cute little cat hula dancer or whatever, and then suddenly switches into like serious mode or whatever, and like solves it all and everything, and it's a great.
For a second, I was like, is this the same character? Like it was good.
Yeah, it's good. It's a really good characterization. And it's also fun that she starts noticeably taking damage from the stand getting partially destroyed, which is nice. It's nice to see that usually when Araki sets up an automatic long distance stand, the damage doesn't matter. Like that was practically name a JOJOLands stand, and like that was it. That's what it would do. But we actually are able to damage this one, which is nice.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a nice change of pace.
It is very, very cool. And also, this whole fight so far has been great. It seems like Bobby Jean is like the private detective for Howler or something. Yeah, investigating whoever's screwing with Howler.
Exactly.
So it's cool.
Do you think Bobby Jean is a stand user, or do you think he's just? Do
He's
you think the gimmick is he's just
user.
hanging around with?
No, he's a stand user for sure.
I see.
He seems to know about stands, and he probably. I would totally bet he's a stand user. I have no doubt.
Yeah.
That's when we get the Born in the USA stand.
But I would not doubt it. We're in a part in the U.S. I would.
That's my
absolutely
prediction.
Not doubt it. That would definitely be fun. That would definitely be great. More, but not. I would like it more than freaking Bagged Groove or whatever. Which the songs okay. It's all right. It's just an instrumental. It's not for everyone. I would personally like another like song that I really like to listen to, like Born in the USA. Born in the USA is really good.
We have this little. Oh, I was gonna still mention from the previous part. The little freaking cat bobblehead.
Yeah, the bobblehead's funny. The little hula dance is very very
They need
funny.
to sell that in real life.
It says on the base here, the hula nian or whatever.
They only sold them back when Nyan Cat was popular.
Exactly.
That's why
exactly.
they're
It's
like, oh
leftovers.
yeah, it's so.
Why is an American product call it a nian? I don't know. That's Iraqi flubbing once again. Okay, I see.
I just don't understand how he gets in this scenario where he's just babysitting this random child.
Yeah,
that also is a stand user that also helps Howler.
Yeah, this child is a personal protector of Howler. Like what?
Maybe
what is
this
the
girl
deal?
is like the daughter of the leader of Howler or something.
That would make a lot of sense. That would
track. Like, and then he sends her out, and because she has a powerful stand to.
I mean, that's kind of that's
traps.
That would kind of be like imagine if like Trish was like evil or whatever. Like,
yes.
think about like that.
Alternate universe Trish.
Yes, exactly. Because everything is an alternate universe version.
Everything
has to be. And then Jodio claims that he's bad with acronyms, and he went to the ICU and not the MRI. Jodio,
really
you are
funny.
stupid.
You're really stupid. I love how 1 second he can be the smartest guy in the world. Like, okay, you need to do this, that, I forgot.
He literally, the previous like scene was just like, you see, this is how an MRI operates, and then he doesn't know how to spell it properly. It's like, what? And of course, it's just so they can see.
This is a feature of his character, not a bug.
Yeah, no. Oh, this is not a complaint. This is a great character trait. We have enough super smart anime characters already. Okay, it's nice to see something like this. And then we get a panel of Paco saying absurd, and then Jodio thinking absurd, like the concept that was in the previous chapter. So I think Araki's trying to tell us something. I think Araki's trying to push a theme
This chapter
here.
has some of the most Arakiisms I've ever seen in a JoJo chapter. Like,
for the better, for sure.
Yeah, it's so good.
We get to see the previously mentioned, like, anti-Howler, like, politician or whatever.
Yeah, I like that. I totally I'm really glad that this wasn't, like, a super throwaway thing. And so this somewhat, like, background character actually ends up being kind of consequential here. Yeah. Of the person, that gave them the stuff. That
I don't think I predicted, or either of us predicted last chapter, that this person was going to have to do with the lava rock. Like, he would be being influenced by the lava rock. And I find something that I find really interesting here, that's probably going to have major repercussions for the rest of the part, is that because this innocent woman got injured or whatever, the lava rock is giving them the land eat or whatever. Like, this is what pushed this guy to sign the papers or whatever, which implies that the lava rock has some inherent malice to it. Like, it will accomplish the goal no matter what, even if it means this person has to become collateral, which is very, very Love Train. That is exactly what it was.
This is almost, yeah. I definitely think I thought that before. But yeah, now that we see it in motion of it, like, it will do anything. Like, imagine how I know we had theories before about how maybe the way Jodio gets his wealth comes at, like, a cost of one of, like, the people dying, like if it's Dragona or if he becomes more friends with any of the other guys here. Like, that's the big toll. Like, the lava rock could give him that massive amount of wealth, but also to accomplish that, someone has to die or something.
Exactly. And at this moment in the story, Dragona is the one holding the lava rock, which means hypothetically all the other members of the team are at risk. It's not all of them holding the rock right now, it's just him. So we have no clue. That could
also become, like, a point of contention in the group when they fully, like, realize that, and they're like, no, I want to hold it, no, I want to hold it.
Yeah,
it's going to end up becoming like the Ring in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. Who's gonna be the Boromir? Oh my god.
It's going to be the opposite, where all of the other guys get corrupted and all that, you know?
That's it's a really fun concept that we're having here.
Very cool.
So the chapter concludes,
we see the congressman here, and he's not a Funny Valentine, great grandchild.
Of course.
Well, actually, he could be, because the last names can change.
That's usually how it works.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you have no idea. I cannot read what the signature says. I mean, it's obviously supposed to be just like a.
It's something white. Yeah, it's
maybe.
Or it's like, I think a G. Yeah, I can't tell. It looks like it says Grin.
Someone on Twitter, see if there's like an obscure like band member whose name's like a GW maybe. Yeah, something. Maybe CW.
GW.
No, GW. Oh my god, no.
No, Grim White's
only one Metal Gear reference per video.
I love that Smooth Operators is able to pull the fingerprint. That's
the Smooth Operators. I was ragging on Smooth Operators a few chapters ago. I want to fully apologize. I think Smooth Operators in this chapter did two goated things, and I have to apologize. I have to apologize to Dragona.
Smooth Operators takes a fingerprint from, like, the screen of it too.
Yeah,
it's not even like on paper. It's not even like an ink. It's like takes the signature from it already.
It's where he was holding the sides of it. You can see them reaching over the sides,
so funny,
pulling it over and putting it onto the set. It's like on the screen. It's nuts. It's nuts. And when we look at this portion of land that it's pointing at, it's huge. It's a huge amount of land that Howler owns. Like, damn, that's like a good like tenth of the island or whatever.
Yeah. Again, I think supporting our theories about the land being the way that the wealth gets ultimately taken. I think, I don't even think that's something Araki's gonna try and hide about the part. I think he's making it pretty clear that the land is what makes him rich. I think.
Yeah, I would not be shocked if by the end Jodio owns an entire island or the entirety of Hawaii. I would not even be shocked if that eventually happens.
Very hard. He owns the JOJOLands.
Yes, exactly.
This shot at the end of all 5 of them is really, really good.
Yeah. That's always fun. Araki always does a great job at including his all the characters in every chapter. Every character really felt like they had something interesting to say or something to do. It was nice.
I've loved this team so far. It's been very different from JOJOLion, which kind of just felt like 2 people plus a guest for the
and of
arc,
course Steel Ball Run was the same.
Later on it was more like 3, but yeah.
It's been so long since we've had like a team. We've been going off of duos and occasional little guest stars for the past like decade. So
Steel Ball Run, you really never ever get a team. The most you get at once is like 4 during
the finale has Johnny, Gyro, Diego, and Hot Pants, but that's honestly more 2 duos and 2 of them die instantly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and JOJOLion, it is totally just 2 plus a guest.
It's 2, and then Mamazuku's also there. Kind of switches out with Yasuo for a bit there, and then exits the story when he's not needed anymore. So it's really nice to see like a solid group that gets to do a lot of stuff together.
So I'm glad next month we don't have a break. So we've been going for a little while here. I'm thinking maybe October might be his new month, because that was what it was last year. So still going. Yep, it's every single chapter that comes out. I feel like anxiety over like, oh my gosh, is this going to be the chapter before the break? Is this it? I'm enjoying it so much. I don't want a break, and because JoJo breaks are brutal. Yes, they're 2 months long. It's exactly. That's like such a good chunk of the year. We only get once per month. It's oh my gosh. At least these chapters are long enough that it feels like you're getting a substantial stuff. Like, we got a ton of lore this chapter, I felt like, for a single chapter. Yes, he absolutely deserves the breaks he gets. It's just, dude, I'm allowed to be greedy, damn it. As a selfish fan, I wish. As a mere mortal, I have weaknesses, damn it. I think that's it for this chapter. I think that's about it, actually. Yeah. Lots of good information. Like, just overall, such a good chapter. Such good. Whenever a chapter introduces new characters, it's always going to be a banger. It's always going to be a banger. So, what did you think about the new characters? Are you liking them? Do you think that Bobby Jean is the most dapper man to ever have existed? If your answer is no, get out of here. Leave. Goodbye. Farewell. Thank you, everybody. Subscribe to the subscribe button. Leave a like on the like button. And comment on the comment. I guess it's not a button. You press a button. Comment your favorite Metal Gear reference. Comment your top favorite Metal Gear reference of all time to be a true JoJo Overdrive patron. Thank you, everybody. This has been JoJo Overdrive. Signing off. Shake it up your feet, hold the drive. Coming through now. Coming through now. Coming through. Watch where you're going, hold the drive. Let the downside up to top notch, whatever haters do.